The New York Times did a really fun data analysis the other day. The question they tackled: are Hallmark and Lifetime movies really as formulaic as they seem? The answer, in short, was yes. 99% are Christmas movies. 80% feature a woman moving to or living in a small town. And yes, they all have happy endings. One of those kinds of movies was being filmed in Lake Placid this month. Small town? Check. Christmas theme? You bet. We go on set on today's story of the day.
Support for Story of the Day comes from Claxton Hepburn Medical Center, dedicated to providing patient care and regional services to the people of St. Lawrence County. claxtonhepburn.org.
Hey, I'm David Sommerstein. It's Thursday, December 28th. First up, the village and town of Lake George are getting a big infusion of state cash. Governor Kathy Hochul announced yesterday that Lake George is the winner of the Capital Region's $10 million Downtown Revitalization Award. Kara Chapman has more.
Hochul spoke to a packed room in the Fort William Henry Hotel and Conference Center's Carriage House.
The village and town pulled together, and this is what I love to see, a coordinated effort, will receive a $10 million DRI grant. So congratulations.
Newer rules allowed the two Lake Georges to jointly apply for the Downtown Revitalization Initiative funding. Village Mayor Ray Perry said the two communities spent about 18 months developing the application.
And what better time of year to receive the news than the holiday season, just 2 days after Christmas. Seems like Lake George was on the nice list this year.
According to the governor's office, the Lake George application focuses on, quote, improving the quality of life and sense of place of the Canada Street corridor and adjacent waterfront. Hochul said the town and village applied for about 15 projects. Those aim to enhance tourist sites, create housing opportunities, and expand broadband capacity. They'll get narrowed down over the next several months through a strategic investment plan process. Once that happens, Hochul said the state will return to announce the priority projects.
But then we want to get the shovels in the ground. I'm very impatient. I want this community to start seeing the fruits of all your labor, so we'll be able to jumpstart a whole new era.
Two other Capital Region communities will get $4.5 million New York Forward grants. Those are the villages of Schuylerville and Saratoga County and Hoosick Falls and Rensselaer County. The New York Forward program, now in its second round, was developed for smaller communities. The state's deficit is projected to be $4.3 billion next year and more than double that the following year. Asked by a reporter if the DRI and New York Forward money could instead go toward closing that gap, Hochul defended the investments. She said they pay dividends by making the communities more livable, attracting tourists, and generating revenue.
There are other ways to close the gap. We're focused on that. You'll hear about it in my budget, but I'm not going to shortchange the communities of New York in the process. I'll continue making these investments because these communities matter, especially the smaller ones who don't get a lot of attention. They deserve our attention.
Lake George is the $10 million Capital Region winner for the 7th round of the DRI. The winner for what the state considers the North Country region, which covers Clinton, Essex, Franklin, Hamilton, Jefferson, Lewis, and St. Lawrence counties, has yet to be announced. Kara Chapman, North Country Public Radio.
For most of the month of December, a film crew was shooting a Hallmark-style Christmas movie in and around Lake Placid. Local residents were acting as extras and crew members and caterers. Amy Feiereisel visited the set and sent back this behind-the-scenes audio postcard.
The Interlocken Inn in downtown Lake Placid is a historic hotel. All wood paneling and high tin ceilings and early 20th century furniture. But for today, it's a movie set.
Who's going to see him first? What's the lines? Do we have a script? I need a script.
In the great room filled with leather couches and a crackling fire, the film crew is blocking out the shots for their next scene. The film's writer and director, Candace Kane, has two crew members stand in for actors.
Gavin, perfect. You're going to be Jason.
She and Kevin Yee, the director of photography, are figuring out the shots.
So you have a choice.
Yep.
Kev. And he comes in and he looks around and he sees. So if they lock eyes there.
Yeah. Kane stands in for one of the movie's characters, Danny, the villainous ex-husband.
If he crosses, well. If it isn't my best friend and my ex-wife.
Once things are roughed out, the crew starts moving in lights and cameras and equipment.
Big dolly job.
The director, Candace Kane, is cutting checks.
Does anybody have a pen? Never mind, I got one. Self-sufficient.
And approving photos and answering questions. Or not.
Oh my God, what? I'm sorry. What?
Kane is the CEO of Gemelli Films, and for her Christmas movies, she goes by Candy Kane. A Jar Full of Christmas is her 17th movie. She hopes it'll sell to a network like Hallmark or Lifetime.
It's a very sweet and romantic, Hallmark-style, and more rom than com Christmas movie.
This is Kane's first time filming in the Adirondacks, and they've filmed everywhere from the Whiteface Lodge to the Saranac Lake Civic Center ice rink to the forestry cabin at Paul Smith's. Kane has been thrilled with the snow.
Honestly, God has been like, oh, you guys need some snow? Okay, let me shake my box a little. Honestly, the days we were shooting outside, it looked like the inside of a snow globe.
They've been really lucky. They got 2 early season snowstorms to play with. And Kane says all that real snow will have a real impact on the production value of the movie.
It's what I needed, because the biggest complaint that I have had about my movies is there's not enough snow. There's not enough snow. We just did a movie called Royal Runaways, and I brought it to buyers. We have a wedding in the snow. We have a snowball fight. There's not enough snow.
It's gone so well that Kane has rescheduled her winter and plans to shoot at least 2 more Christmas movies in the Adirondacks. One will actually be set entirely at the Interlocken Inn.
And it's going to be a Christmas comedy mystery, kind of like Clue, but for Christmas.
Kane says she prefers to film far from typical shooting locales.
I go to small towns and put the money from this budget back into the community. It's what I'm known to do on Long Island. Why not do it up here? We'd love to establish a Christmas film hub in Lake Placid.
Our interview actually ends when the local caterer shows up with lunch. 25-year-old Gemma Fielder lives in Saranac Lake and owns Jam Dots with her fiancé, Nick.
So where does this rank in terms of biggest jobs that you've done?
The biggest.
Fielder says it's been fun to catch glimpses of the shoot each day. She's a big fan of Christmas movies. And the job itself is coming at a great time.
It's really helpful, for sure. February is Winter Carnival, which is super busy. So it's just those November, December, January that it's like toughest, I guess.
Fielder takes the foil off of hot dishes, and the 20-person crew breaks for lunch. Photographer Adam Drakowski lives in Lake Placid and is the still photographer for the film. He got this job when he answered the casting call.
I just wanted my kids to be in the movie, so I signed them up as extras.
Their photos were on his professional Instagram and website.
So the director, upon seeing that, just asked me to be the still photographer, and I figured that would be as good of a way as any to get my kids on camera.
He says it's been fun working as a part of the big film crew.
I've never been on a film set before. That was also one of the reasons why I took the job, because just for the experience.
As they get ready to start filming the next scene, Kane calls everyone into the front hall.
Hey guys, everybody in here now. Wardrobe, hair, makeup, everybody come down.
I wonder if something has gone wrong. And then Kane produces a tray of chocolate cupcakes.
Guys, just come in real quick. It's Joey's birthday. I have cake. We're gonna sing.
Everyone gets into position and waits for Kevin to lure Joe back inside. But Kane gets impatient.
Joe? Kevin? What are you guys doing? What? Come here. Stop yelling at me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
The crew and cast start passing around the cupcakes. I slip away into the snow. Amy Fireisel, North Country Public Radio, Lake Placid.
We have photos of the set in Lake Placid on our website, ncpr.org. Music today by Martha Gallagher of Keene and Gretchen Kohler and Daniel Kelly of Potsdam. I'm David Summerstein, North Country Public Radio.